My name is Ava Carter. I'm 30 years old. Last Tuesday, I sat alone in my office in Seattle and listened to 39 voicemails from my family. People I hadn't spoken to in 7 years. Not one of them said, "I'm sorry." Every single one said the same 2 words. But before I tell you what those words were and what I did next, take a second to like this video, subscribe if you connect with stories like this, and drop your city in the comments because I would like to know where in the world are you watching from. I read every single one. Now, let me take you back. 7 years earlier, November, Thanksgiving night, a small town called Maplewood, Indiana, the kind of place where your story doesn't belong to you. It belongs to everyone else. Our dining table was long, polished, perfect. My mother loved perfect things. 15 relatives. Too many voices. Too little air. I was 23, working 2 jobs, saving quietly, planning an escape no one took seriously. My older sister, Clara, had just gotten promoted. New title. Same personality. My mother raised her glass. To Clara, our pride. Everyone smiled. No one looked at me. I smiled too, because I always did. But that night, I had a question, a simple one. I waited until dessert, when people relaxed, when the room softened. "Mom," I said carefully, "what happened to Grandma Helen's education fund?" The room went silent, not calm silent, dangerous silent. My mother set her cup down slowly. Then she smiled. That smile. "Oh, Ava," she said sweetly, "not tonight. I just want to know if there's anything left." She told me it was for me. My aunt reached for my hand. "Honey, your mom knows what's best." That's when I knew something was wrong. I went to the kitchen, turned on the tap, started washing dishes like I always did. Invisible work, quiet work, but the walls were thin, and voices travel. I heard my mother whisper to my aunt, "She doesn't need that money. She's not going anywhere." The water kept running, but something inside me stopped. That fund was $10,000. Grandma had told me herself. "It's yours," she said once, "for your future." Someone had taken it, and they were acting like I didn't deserve to ask. I walked back into the dining room. That money was mine. My voice didn't shake, but the room did. My mother tilted her head. "You're being dramatic again. I'm asking about what Grandma left me. And I'm telling you," she said softly, "you're not thinking clearly." There it was. The shift. The rewrite. 10 minutes later, everyone was in the Lee FP saving room. My mother stood in the center, playing her role. I didn't want to say anything. She sighed. "But Ava hasn't been herself lately." 15 people, watching me, judging me, believing her. I looked at my father. He stared at the floor. I looked at Clara. She checked her phone. I looked at my younger brother. He nodded, not at me, at her. That was the moment I understood something. No one was coming to my side. Not now, not ever. I went upstairs, packed a suitcase, grabbed $200 from my drawer, and a small wooden box my grandmother had left me. I hadn't opened it yet. I wasn't ready. When I came back down, my mother said, "If you walk out, don't come back." I didn't slam the door. I closed it gently, because I knew I would never open it again. I bought a bus ticket that night. The farthest place $200 could take me. Seattle. 36 hours. No sleep. Just thoughts. And silence. A stranger gave me half a sandwich somewhere along the way. She didn't ask questions. She just handed it to me. That moment stayed with me. Because sometimes strangers give you more kindness in seconds than family gives you in a lifetime. Year 1, survival. I slept in a shelter, then a shared room, then a tiny apartment. I found a job as a receptionist at a consulting firm. Nothing fancy, just enough to stay afloat. Meanwhile, back home, my mother was telling people, "Ava's getting help. She's unstable." And the town believed her, because that story was easier. After 2 years, something changed one morning. I woke up, and it was quiet. Not outside. Inside. My mother's voice in my head was gone. For the first time in my life, I could think without being corrected. At work, my boss noticed me. You reorganized everything? She asked. I nodded. She pulled up a chair. What else is broken? No one had ever asked me that before. Years 3 to 5, building. I worked, studied at night, saved everything. No loans, no help, no safety net. I didn't chase success. I chased freedom. And success followed anyway. At 28, I finally opened the box. Inside, a necklace, a photo of me as a child, and a letter. Ava, it said, if you're reading this, it means you left. Good. My hands shook. I stayed. I was afraid. Don't be like me. I cried harder than I ever had. Then I read the last line. The education fund. Check with Mr. Harper. He knows. That's when I understood. My grandmother hadn't been silent. She had just been careful. After 6 years, I became COO of the company. Not rich, but stable, safe, independent. We got featured in a business magazine. My name, my story, public, visible, real. And that's when everything changed. 7 years, no calls, no messages, nothing. Until one day, my sister Googled my name. She wasn't looking for me. She was looking for money. She found my profile, my title, my life. And suddenly, I existed again. That night, my phone exploded. 39 voicemails. My sister, Ava, I need to talk to you. My dad, we could really use your help. My brother, I've got a business idea. My mother, family is family. Not one apology, not one truth, just 2 words. Help me. I listened to every message, twice. Then I set my phone down and felt nothing, not anger, not sadness, just clarity, the return. 2 weeks later, I was invited to speak at a fundraiser. In my hometown, I almost said no, but something inside me said, go. When I walked into that hall, 200 people were there, and at the center table, my family, smiling, comfortable, unaware. Then my name was announced, and I walked on stage. The moment they saw me, everything broke. My mother froze. My father went pale. My sister looked like she'd seen a ghost. And the town, they stood and applauded the speech. I spoke professionally, calmly, confidently. Then I paused. I grew up here. I said, silence. I was told I was unstable. A shift in the room. The truth is, I just needed distance. I didn't accuse. I didn't point. I didn't need to, because truth doesn't need volume. It just needs space. After the speech, my mother approached me, smiling, performing. Ava, sweetheart. I stepped back. You had my number. My sister jumped in. We need your help. I smiled. I heard your voicemails. My father whispered, not here. I looked at him. You had 7 years. Then I walked away. That night, I sent one email. I'm not helping financially. If you want a relationship, start with the truth. Start with an apology. Until then, my answer is no. I hit send and slept peacefully. The town found out. The truth spread. Quietly, quickly. My mother lost her reputation. My sister lost her house. My brother lost his relationship. And me, I gained something better. Peace. Today, I have a small apartment, a simple life, people who choose me, no performances, no lies, no conditions. And if my family ever calls again with those same 2 words, I'll remember this. Help me, and I'm sorry are not the same thing. And I don't owe anyone the first until they give me the second. If you made it this far, I have one question for you. If your family called you today after years of silence, what would they say? Help me or I'm sorry? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one, and I'll see you in the next story.